This is DC Channel Guns. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. What up? This is DC Channel Guns coming back with another video, people. I appreciate you for tuning in. If you don't mind, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button, and smash that bell and everything. So with that said, people, I appreciate y'all for coming over here and appreciate our support. We're running the numbers up and everything. So thank y'all. Thank y'all for all the comments. I've been reading the comments and stuff, and I learned from y'all. You know, everybody's learning. You know, you can share information and stuff. That's how we're going to learn in the two-way community, people. So that's good. I read all the comments and stuff. And whether it's positive or negative, I'm talking about, you know, you're not going to offend me over here because it could be something I could be missing. So I'm learning from y'all. So thank y'all for that. And I appreciate the ones been rocking with me for day one and the ones that's getting on the journey. So with that said, people, now I get this question all the time. I'm talking about this question. I think I've been saying this question for decades, people. And let me tell you something about this question here. The battle between buying ammo online or your retail stores. Now, during the pandemics, you know, it was a question about that. Even when we don't have pandemics and stuff or ammo shortages or whatever the situation may be. Now, let me talk about this situation, because see, this situation here is very tricky when you're talking about buying ammo online or in your retail stores. I'm talking about, for one, for starters, let's get this out of the way. There's people I know who are old school. They're not buying ammo online. They're gonna go in the retail store and buy it. That's just the fact of the matter. I know a lot of them. No matter what you say, no matter what, you know, you try to, you know, present the case about, you know, how some ammo online could have advantage and stuff like that. It's just some people that is gonna go into the retail store and buy it, physically buy it and stuff. They don't want nothing shipped to them and stuff like that. I have met a lot of these people out here, old school people, that they're just the way they is. Now, with that said, let's get into it. So we're gonna talk about retail ammo. When it comes to retail ammo, people, one thing about retail ammo, you have to look at the ammunition that you're looking for, the availability of it and stuff. You got to look at price fluctuations and stuff like that. So you got to look at a lot of that when it comes to retail ammo. And you got to look at where you're living at too, because where you live at plays a big part in it. So, you know, if you have a small ammo shop or something, who you have a bunch of gun owners and everything, availability is going to be very difficult if something pop off, or depends on what type of ammunition you need and stuff like that. So, because you understand, they have to put a certain price on this ammo so they can make a profit too. You know, they're not going to be selling ammo and losing money, people. They're just not. And then, you know, when it comes to retail, then you have to have a situation where you have limits put on stuff. A lot of us know about these limits. 1, 2, you know, stuff like that. We know about these limits, and these limits, you know, can really burdensome on you when you're trying to get ammo and stuff like that. So them limits will do it too. Now, also when it comes to retail ammo, one thing people don't understand, you have to have a truck to take the ammo to the retail store. So depends on what is going on, there could be delays in the ammo trucks. I remember during the pandemic, we get shipments on Wednesday or this day or Fridays. Guess what happened? Truck get delayed or whatever the case may be, truck don't show up. Truck might not show up to, instead of Wednesday, it might not show up to Thursday. Friday delivery might get thrown off. So I'm talking about them things can happen when it comes to the truckload coming and stuff like that. Now, let's switch back over to online. When it comes to online, guess what? You have a bigger market of pricing, because if you buy retail ammo in your local area, whatever the case may be, how far are you willing to drive? That's another thing. How far are you willing to drive to get this ammo? I know people who had to drive an hour and a half. Depends on where you at. You might have to drive a little bit. You might have to go, you know, keep bouncing around until you know what I'm saying, find some ammo. A lot of us know about that during the pandemic. Online, guess what? At your fingertips, your smartphone, your computer, guess what you can do? Just search ammo, and you have thousands of ammo places you can get ammo. You can also price match. You can look at the availability of the ammo that you have. Your local ammo place might not have the caliber that you need. I'm talking about what kind of, your phone might have a caliber that it's not heavily stocked at your retail places or whatever. So you might have to go online to order it and stuff like that. So you got to think about that. Shipping. I'm talking about when it comes to online ammo shipping and stuff, some of these online marketplaces, hey, maybe if you buy a certain amount of ammo, shipping could be free. Or they might charge you for shipping. So you got to weigh that. You know, I'm talking about you might have to pay, who knows, $50, $60, who knows more for shipping your ammo, whatever the case may be. And it depends on if you buying bulk ammo and stuff, how the price is going to average out plus shipping. Will it be cheaper to buy that bulk ammo online plus the shipping, then going in and buying that same amount at your retail stores? Are you going to save any money? You kind of understand what I'm saying? So you got to kind of look at that. When it comes to online, a lot of people keep missing this. I'm talking about if you have restrictions in your state or some of these states where you order ammo and it got to be transferred to your local FFL, and then you can go pick it up there because they got laws in place of doing background checks before you buy ammo, or however the case may be. You got to look at that. How much is your FFL charging you to transfer the ammo? So I'm talking about it is a lot of things that I can go into the weeds and stuff on. So, you know, sometimes, guess what? During the pandemic, availability online was cut off. I'm talking about you couldn't get nothing online. They won't even shipping online. You had to go in retail stores and get this stuff. So I'm talking about it's vice versa. Sometimes it was available, sometimes it won't. Sometimes you had to go to your local retail store and hope that you can find this type of stuff or whatever the case may be. And I'm talking about during certain situations. Now, on regular times and stuff, guess what? That's up to you. You have to have, now, when it comes to online, your search engines, I'm talking about having reputable companies that you have saved that you can go and bounce back to and price your ammo and stuff. So you have an advantage online versus retail. You have more outreach online than you do retail. So, you know, it's up to you. You can use, to me, I use both strategies, people. I use both and stuff. I'm always price matching and stuff like that. So you got to kind of look at that. And I know plenty of mom and pops during the pandemic, people had to go up on their ammo prices. Now, with that said, I know a lot of people who was willing to pay that extra money to get their ammo. You know, because when you're in a certain situation, guess what? During the pandemic, people was paying, you know, we had this thing called, people were price gouging the ammo and stuff like that. Some people just ridiculous, just burning people because, hey, they know they need it and people was paying up for it and stuff like that. So you have that type of thing. I'm talking about that's kind of, you can avoid that, was companies called out for stuff like that. And, some of them, the price won't that bad. You can understand that you got to pay more, especially when they was getting hit hard to get the ammo and stuff like that. So when it comes to this online ammo and store ammo stuff, I'm talking about you can go in the weeds of the negative of both sides, but both have their positives. You see what I'm saying? So it all depends on the person. But I do know there was a lot of people during the pandemic, like I said before, who would just want to buy it in retail stores who had no option but to try to get it online. But some people, they'd rather physically pick it up. And I know a lot of people who like to go physically pick things up and stuff like that. But some of these states, some people, they ain't have no choice but to order online and stuff like that. And then you got to look at these transfers where they're throwing laws and stuff in about, oh, you got to transfer your ammo, this and that. Oh, no, you can't go cross state line. I got so many videos talking about all that kind of stuff. Or you bring it back in our state without transfer. It's just so much that was going on. And you had people going out of states because this state put this policy and stuff in. So you have to put that into context. Now, we can be short-term thinkers and think, oh, just all gravy out there while out thinking about some of the other. And so, like I said, it all vary from one place to another. But I'm going to tell you one thing when it comes to that. The more options you have, people, the better it is for you. The more options. I'm just telling you. Because I had cases where I was ordering online and I was going into retail stores and buying it and still had some shipping. Now, if you ordered online, shipping delays, that is another problem. So shipping delays could be another issue when you order online. So you got to look at that too. So, and the calibers you're choosing, the availability. When you got these favorite normal calibers like 9s, 45s and, stuff like that, 380s, the common calibers, you might not have so much of a big issue. But when you have some of the odd calibers that's out there, that's where you run into some of the problems and stuff like that. Because, but I think over time, some of these calibers that was kind of odd and stuff like that, Like, for instance, you know, I know somebody who has a 45 gap handgun. And guess what? It's hard to find 45 gap. I'm talking about gap one time was available, but gap is not available like it used to be. Because I think when they made the 45 gap, I don't know how many firearms came out with the gap or whatever the case may be. I know Glock was one of them. But guess what? Gap is not, you know, I haven't seen gap in my area. I'm talking about, I have looked and I have not seen gap for this person who was looking for some gap 45 ammo. You might have it in your area. But for what I looked at, I haven't seen no gap ammo in a minute. And that is one thing that you got to understand. Now, I can go online and find gap ammo. You see what I'm saying? So that is one example what I'm telling you, you know, depends on your caliber you're looking for. This person's going to have to go online to get his gap because that gap is not in our area. And, you know, I had one in multiple gun shops and said, hey, do you got any gap 45 ammo? Nah. And then I have some people don't even know what, you know, where they knew her, so they don't even know what gap 45 ammo looked like and stuff like that. So it was a little smaller version of the 45 ACP, which Glock made it so they can make their grip of the handgun a little bit smaller for people with smaller hands and stuff like that, and still have the 45 power and everything. I got a gap 45. And like I said before, the ammo that I got for my gap, I've been having for years. I haven't really bought no more gap ammo because I don't shoot it that much and stuff like that. But gap is one of them ammos out there that is hard to find. And you got a lot of places who do carry it, who do have abundance of different calibers and stuff like that. But like I said before, people, the battle of online ammo versus local ammo, and bulk too. You know, I hear this story, you know, I can get it cheaper in bulk. Yeah, you can. You know, someone got some special deals on it. But you can get some bulk ammo locally too. And you can get some deals on that. So all depends. And most of the time, I seen that retail bulk ammo goes a whole lot quicker. And so it's not available as much as you can get, you know, these smaller bulk ammo. I'm talking about like 1,000 rounds and stuff like that. And the price can vary, people. So with that said, I want to talk about that, people. But at the end of the day, no matter which one you choose, people, guess what? The more options you have, the better. So this is DC Channel Guns, and I'll catch you on the next one. This is DC Channel Guns. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.